So a guy walked up to me at the gym. Let's call him Dave. And he said, John, Mark told me that you're in medical sales. I said, yeah, I've been in it for a while. And he goes, I've been doing it for about 10 years. And he said, I've been on the technology side. And he goes, I'm kind of seeing that maybe AI might, really impact what I'm doing. He's a smart guy. So, the guy obviously works very hard, very successful, but he sees that AI is coming and he feels the ground shifting before him. He doesn't know really, what his next move is. He's got a wife, he's got two young kids, and he was thinking about this, and he doesn't know what his next move is, but he wasn't looking for a course or a certification. He was like looking for somebody to, give him some advice and, possibly network. So he's really looking for someone that could see his future. And, I saw that when I started talking to him. So here's the problem is the guy's very successful. It's not a skills problem. It's a listening problem. And just like most people, and you may be this way, about 80% of people are like this. So for the 20% that are not like this, you can just disregard it. But most people are seeing like there's an AI disruption coming up. They're stuck in this default listening of themselves, like the fear, the uncertainty. What's my next move? It's invisible, but it's running in the background. It's running in the background of who they're being, because it's looming out there. So with the uncertainty of like, what's my next move? It just seems invisible because it's where you're listening from. Like, what's gonna go on? What's gonna happen to my job? And really, it's running you, and you didn't choose that. It really just kind of landed in your court. It feels like reality. But here's the key: you're not broken. You're running old factory settings, if you will. And nobody really told you that. Okay. And what I want to get across here is it's a matter of reframing things. Like, being stuck in that listening, you're not you think like, oh, I need to discover what my next, I need to discover myself and my strengths and do all this stuff, but you're not discovering something. You're actually authoring it. So you're going from default to design. And those are really two modes. Defaults where you react to whatever's going on, and AI disruption's coming, it's happening to you. Or there's something second. It's like, I can design this. Like, I can design what's going to go on in the future, and I can go out in the future and already design it, but live it like it's right now, like it's already happened. And that takes something, and it takes conversation, and it has a real key to it is having somebody listening to you, listening for your future. Like, that person needs to be listening from possibility, not trying to prevent something that's going to happen. And I want to give you a little proof here. So let me tell you about Marcus. Young guy, one of his first two jobs, I think it was the second job he had, and he was a sales analyst, sitting behind the computer. It's where he started. He was behind a screen, and he's watching the sales team go out, do deals. Sometimes they'll bring him along on the sales calls, and he's almost closing the sale, but he's watching the salespeople perform, and then they come back with the commissions. So he wanted to be out there, and he didn't believe that anybody had listened to him. And so here's what the work was. We started having coaching calls once a week on Saturday mornings. And I coached him to really shift where he's listening from. And, with his teammates, like, how is he listening them, and his bosses and the company leaders, like, how is he listening them? that they're listening to him like, hey, this guy's a sales analyst, or this guy's a major contribution to our company and he needs to be in the field. He needs to be the guy who's in front of customers because of who he's being, right? And it's not really by changing his resume or putting great things in there, or he needed to change who he was being. So we did these calls in about within a month. He got in front of the sales team and did such an incredible presentation that the sales manager said, wait a minute, this guy needs to be with our customers. So he got his goal of becoming part of the sales team. And we kept coaching and we kept talking about, what he wanted to be with these people, not what he was doing, who he was for them. And so what happened was 18 months later, he just had a position as not only on part of the sales team, but one who was leading the sales team and was a strategic guy that they would bring in for deals. And I said, listen, Marcus, what did that mean to you? Like, what's the value to, what we've done in the past few months and the coaching? And he said, John, it's unbelievable. I'm adding a significant part of my income. He goes, I see it's going to add at least about $1 million, to the value for him is $1 million over the next 10 years because he's already added and increased his salary and his compensation by over 40% in the first year. And so he says, I just see that climbing, and we continue to coach into that. But he said, it's not just about that. Like, John, who I'm being for my wife, for my family, for the people around me is totally transformed. And he did it. So, he said, who he's being now really is what matters. And the money just confirmed it. So, here's the stand. I help people build their futures. I don't let it just happen to them. I'm the world's first AI career transition coach. And it's actually the world's first AI certified career transition coach. The world's first AI certified transition coach. So it's almost like you're going from, discovering a future to authoring it. And if you think about authoring a book, you don't have to author it by yourself. Have you heard the term ghostwriter? Like, you can have a coach who helps ghostwrite your future and then bring it into the present. Now, it's a journey and it's very rewarding. So I wanted to share that a little bit with you because it's not just about, hey, my goal is this, I'm going to go out there and get it, but it's not here right now. And the key is having somebody listen to you in your future like it's already happened and listening like what's possible today. So that's what I got for you. Wanted to share that. We're going to go for it. We're going to continue on and create some real possibilities in life. And I hope that you're the kind of person that wants to do that. And if you are, I'm going to leave some links down below, and you can click on it, and we can do a 15-minute quick discovery call to see if this is right for you. We will talk soon.